Who are you gonna call? Oh, come on, everybody. Who are you going to call? There it is. Who's with me? That is exactly what happened. Hold on, Red.
Camera was responding, sorry.
What happened is new forces and old combined to fight ghosts and protect their home. Let's take a look.
Hanging out the side of a moving vehicle, firing a laser gun indiscriminately.
It has a proton pack.
It's completely safe.
I wouldn't say completely safe.
The Ghostbusters are finished. Right, well, overruled.
Sustained.
Love him. This is a clip from Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the 5th movie in the Ghostbuster franchise. We are teaming up with Sony Pictures Canada to take a closer look at the movie, which is out today. I'm going to try this one more time. Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
There it is. Thank you very much for that. All right, Rad, you heard his voice. There he is. Tee this up for us. What's this about?
This one, well, I mean, as you saw in the clips there, this is the bringing the action back to New York City. If you saw the last movie, it was set in the small town, country environment. We're back in New York City. We're visiting some of the old haunts that you remember from the original movie, like the New York Public Library, the Central Park, the classic Hook and Ladder Company Firehouse, which is the OG iconic Ghostbusters headquarters. And these aren't just like kind of location cameos. These are like they kind of go a little further and build a backstory to these locations, kind of like a spooky haunting backstory, and that makes them part of the plot. And in terms of the plot, it is about well, it's a very New York plot. It's about the Ghostbusters have real estate problems. Like they have all these ghosts that they crammed in after 40 years of catching them, and where are they gonna put them? They don't have enough space in New York City. And then some, as usual, an ancient evil shows up. This one brings a chill to summertime, which I think is very relevant right now. Like how we went to 18 degrees to this. It's the weather right now is marketing the Ghostbusters movie.
Oh, hilarious!
Is what is happening. Right?
Okay, I want to let everybody at home know we're going to put up a QR code on the screen. You see it there. It will take you to a site where you can buy tickets for the film. So there it is. There it is. The Ghostbusters franchise we know is huge, obviously, starting from the movies to action figures, books, comics. What is the impact of this latest release, do you think, on the whole franchise?
Well, I mean, okay, to consider the impact of these movies, I think we have to think about what was the impact of the original movies, right? Because the original movies, you think about what made the original 1984 Ghostbusters so unique 40 years ago. It's like, well, this was a big budget paranormal comedy, which you didn't really have before, right? You had horror movies, you had comedies. You didn't really have a movie where kids can come in and laugh and ha 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 at ghosts before, because Beetlejuice hadn't come out yet. And Gremlins, that it actually opened the same day as Ghostbusters 40 years ago.
Gremlins,
so there wasn't. So this is the movie that kids could come to the movies, see ghosts, conquer their fears. That was the appeal. That's why you get a TV show. That's why you got a cartoon series and toy line and all that stuff. And meanwhile, it wasn't like the original was actually geared for kids, because remember, the humor was very SNL. Like it was a bunch of grown men, committing to kind of naughty, engaging ghosts and naughty adult humor. That's what. But this one, the new movies, they do. I think the lead of these new movies is McKenna Grace, precocious young little, teenage child. She brings a sort of ambulant energy to these movies, which is what my daughter loves. When my daughter watches this movie, she loves when she sees McKenna Grace in a gunner seat in the Ecto-1, popping off. And I love watching it with my daughter because it becomes this more generational thing, right? Cool. It's a family story and has that so for me, it's the nostalgia. For her, it's that childlike wonder, and so it becomes kind of a family thing. Yeah,
and in terms of nostalgia for us, I mean, the throwbacks when you see the people in this movie too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I saw your reaction to when Bill Murray shows up in this one.
Paul Rudd in there. So great. So good to see you today, Rad. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I want to let everybody know Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is now playing exclusively in movie theaters.
The Death Show.
Your morning is brought to you in part by Ghostbusters.
Let's try this.
Now playing.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.